What's up, YouTube? This is our weekly review of our 10x 10k challenge. We're sitting at 47.57, and this past week we are up 30% and up $1,100. And this past Friday we were up 16% at $655. And last month 83%, and our whole portfolio is up 364% at $3,700. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, bingo, I just did a video on bingo, so please check that out. I'm not going to get into it much, but if you want to see my position, and if you haven't checked my other videos and this is your first time, there you go. While we're doing this, I would like to say, please feel free to like and subscribe. This is a relatively new channel. Please know that this is not financial advice. Please invest wisely and do your own research. Okay, so let's get back to our crypto. I want to get into the crypto because I have a little more thing to say about those. And let's see. I've updated the huddle, the Bitcoin huddle, and I've used this website right here, Bitcoin Treasury, and it seems to be up to date on all the hodling and all the Bitcoin and the companies, and yeah. So I've noticed that in the publicly traded section we have a lot of Canadian companies. I didn't know there was this many Canadian companies. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holy cow, that's a lot. And let's see. The biggest one here looks like Hive. I think that's Hive. At 1.3 billion. No, okay, so it's Galaxy Digital. Galaxy Digital, okay. So using this right here, this section, look at the BTC hodl and their base price of purchase. Some of them, if they didn't know, they just put a question mark on it, so maybe they'll just update that later. If you look at some of the investment growth here just by holding Bitcoin, MicroStrategy looks like a 2x right here, maybe 2.3, 2.4x. And this is crazy. Galaxy Digital holding it at base price invested of 134 million turned to 803 million. That's about 7x. That's not the crazy part. Look at this. MTGOX, that's a private fund. Apparently, if I press on this, I just get a bunch of Japanese letters, so I'm not gonna be able to translate that. Yeah, so you see, it's a Japanese company, so it's private. They have, I'm not sure this is true because I don't even know how they got that data of if it's private. So $68 million and turned it into $6.9 billion. What the that's ridiculous. So they have they hodl 140,000. The biggest one, of course, is the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust at 650,000 Bitcoin. That's ridiculous. Holy moly. Now this hasn't been updated. I'm pretty sure they have a percentage gain of some sort. So these are just crazy. Anyway, if you want to check it out, just type in bitcointreasuries.org. So yeah. Let's get into the current prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, so we're sitting at 48.9. Okay, we're looking at a new high. And Ethereum, we're down a bit, but that's totally fine. Bitcoin market cap has gone up from $888 billion to $912 in about 2 days. So looking good. And our miners are, well, okay. Profitability has reduced a bit, maybe 3-4 cents, but that's totally fine. 32 cents per day is still a lot. So The reward per block is looking good, and I believe the transaction fees has also gone up, so we are looking good. Now, we have a base prediction for Bitcoin at 100k. My average median prediction ends up at 150 because my high for this year for Bitcoin is 200k. So this is looking good. Our chart, if we look at the stock to flow, we are doing really well. We are moving above the yearly average and the 10-day average, so we're in between there, so it's looking good. Now, to reach 1 million, it'll take us to maybe 2026, 27, so still a long way to go and a lot of Bitcoin to mine. All right, now let's get into here. Now, yes, I do own, let's get about 55 shares of Hive. And if we look here, I own 160 shares of Hut and 40 shares. That's not totally accurate. I have about 250 shares, including this, of Bitfarm. So I was able to add more, and I notified you guys on that in the previous videos, so please check those out too. So I found this interesting thing with Google Finance. I was able to choose a stock like Hive and compare it to others. So I'm currently comparing it with my other two crypto stock, mining stock that I have. So if you look at the day average, Hive is up 21%, and vice versa, you see it here. So if we look down here, 5-day average, Hut moved a ridiculous 42%, and in 1 month, 43, not much. And let's go all the way down to a year. If we look at the year, that's starting from about this time last year, so 660% gain for Hive, and Hut at 450, Bitfarm at 468. This is really good. Now, mind you, let me just add Riot, which is having a ridiculous surge. Look at freaking Riot, 3,185%. This is almost 8 times what Bitfarm is and Hut is, and maybe about 4 or 5 times what Hive is. So this is the advantage of being in the US market, not the OTC market, the US, New York Stock Exchange, and the NASDAQ. Riot just has 842 petahash. Hive, Hut, and Bitfarm are close. There's no freaking reason why they should not be as high as what Riot and Mara is currently. If we look at Mara, okay, so I was able to add Marathon. I don't know why it wasn't showing down here, but I was able to add it through the stock ticker up here. So let's look at the 1 year. Look at that, Marathon 33. Holy cow, 3,300% gain this time last year. Now, this is not fair, like looking at this, but I just want you to fathom the scale, the difference at what these companies are looking at. Look at these numbers, 3,200 average between them, and about maybe 500% average between these three. Look at the freaking current hash rate and the hodl. Riot at 1000. If you just go on HODL, okay, Bitfarm and Hive, not much, but HUD 8 with that petahash, with that exahash, and 2800 Bitcoin hodling. How the hell is HUD 8 not valued close to what these guys are? That is criminal. I am definitely gonna add maybe about 400 or 500 shares more of HUD when I get the chance, because this is free, easy gain once these guys move to the US market. And it's not if they move, it's when, because that's going to happen, and it's just a matter of time. And time is all that's keeping us from this peak right here of where we can enjoy this much gain. So this kind of took a little, of course, from our daily or weekly recap of our portfolio, but hopefully you guys were able to understand and maybe get a little idea of how undervalued these crypto miners are. So, and you see why I'm invested in them rather than just any other stock. So let's just end it right here. So please feel free to like and subscribe. I do this every weekday, and please know this is not financial advice. Invest safe, do your own DD, and think for yourself, because you're not going to get any conviction just watching these videos. You got to do your own research, and when that time comes to hit that trade button, you'll have that conviction because you'll be confident in the stock you're picking. That's all I can say. So see you in the next one, and have a good long weekend. Well, it's almost done, but yeah. Alright, peace.